Okay. I mean, can you tell us about that service assurance program? I mean, you've been very proactive in setting out sort of quality as a differentiator for the service. So just tell me the impact that service assurance has really had in the field, for example, in terms of sort of customer installations, perhaps.
Right. Service assurance for us initially was a challenge. IPTV is a complex service, as most people understand and know it today. Our field force had to have access to specific tools in the field prior to booking an order, that type of thing. We saw our churn go from around 5.5% down to roughly 2% today, and lowering over a 3-year period, all as a result of our service assurance program. And it's all about tools, process, and training in our situation. The capability of the tools that we have today in place, including the XV product line, certainly allow us to focus our dispatches more smartly and intelligently, so they're sending the right resource on the right issue to the right location. So that's been absolutely crucial. Our concentrated focus on what we refer to as post-installation testing. So an installer is on site with the customer. They'll go through a specific checklist to make sure that they've covered off all aspects, and when they leave and walk out the door, that service has been certified for that specific customer, including some training on the user guide, training on the actual remote control itself. We also, prior to the installation, go through a level of pre-verification activities on facilities to make sure that the order is in the queue appropriately, etc. What that's done for us is it's reduced our truck rolls. The industry may call them dumb truck rolls, where we've seen a reduction of 22% of those truck rolls through the service assurance program. And certainly that's been very, very positive for us.
Okay, I mean, what's the difference between a dumb truck roll and one of your truck rolls? Can you just tell me what's changed?
Well, what's changed, as I mentioned, the ability to pinpoint a specific issue of a subscriber relating to either set-top box or maybe something in the installation itself. In the early days of IPTV launch, we may send an installer out blindly, not knowing how to triage what was going on in the home or a facility. With a lot of the tools that we have in place today and business processes, we're able to pinpoint whether it is specifically a set-top box or a filter in the DSL subscriber line or a modem or gateway, those types of things. So when they're going out, we're able to dispatch a specific skill set. Think of it as skills-based routing from an INR perspective, installation and repair. They'll have the right equipment, the right test equipment when they go out, the right replacement gear if it's required, versus just blindly sending a technician with everything inappropriately, may not have the right skill for that, for example.
Okay, and has that shown itself in terms of how long it actually takes at the home, or the number of callbacks or the calls to the centre after the event?
Yeah, absolutely. We've seen, we track a metric on rework, and when we initially launched the service for IPTV, we were in that range of 15% rework of orders from dispatch. Today, with the tools and processes we put in place and adequate training, we're down to that 5% rework level, and certainly wanting to go even further lower than that. So that's a significant impact to our operating expense.
Okay, and what about customer feedback? Because I mean, when you have the install around, that's really your first serious impact with the network, if you like. What are people saying about SaskTel as a result of this?
They love the service. SaskTel is a differentiator in the marketplace. We have various components that our competitors do not have. We have what we call a local community portal, which provides information on flights, those types of things. So from a pure product perspective, our HD quality has been outstanding. We're the #1 provider of HD quality in the province today against our competitors. From a quality perspective, when an installer leaves a facility or a home, that customer is comfortable with things that are going on. Certainly the bundle is helpful to them, as I mentioned earlier. When you've got one-stop shopping, a single bill, all those products bundled into a service offering, it's been absolutely fantastic. Our channel lineup is as good as any in the market. The number of HD channels that we have accessible to us has been very strong, and customers are very passionate both ways. When things are going well on the IPTV space, and when they're not, and mistakes will happen. So certainly your point of recovery and your ability to proactively fix and or recover from a small incident or a large network outage is absolutely crucial. And SaskTel prides itself on that level of customer service. We go as far as putting in place what we refer to and treating IPTV as a premier service. So they have a little extra attention when it gets to our service assurance team in terms of recovery and focusing on trouble handling, single point of contact. And we end, when a trouble comes in, we manage it end to end. It's not just jumping through various control officers or various help desk functions. Someone singly has ownership of that ticket until it's resolved. And that's gone a long way as far as servicing our customer base.